And we're back with Christopher Cook from Alliance Insurance Services. We're talking all things insurance. All right, this person's asking, I've had woodpeckers to pick holes in the stucco on my home. Is that covered through insurance?
I don't know all the specifics about that particular instance, but I'm assuming a woodpecker would take a while to damage your stucco. And if it's a long period of time, I don't see where that would be covered. But I could be wrong. If a woodpecker can do that in a day's damage, a day's time, then the claim would be covered subject to your deductible, whatever that may be.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. We have 2 home warranty questions, and I just want to let folks at home know that's not the same as insurance, but that makes me think to myself, let me get a home warranty expert on the show so that we can have you ask those questions and get those answered. All right. Let's go to this one here. If a tree falls on your house and you haven't had the damage repaired yet, and another tree falls on a different part of the house, causing new damage, will a carrier deny the claim because there's unrepaired previous damage? And I guess this could happen within a week or so, or I guess it could be over 6 months. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't, depending on the time frame, but I do not see the carrier denying a claim, the second claim in this instance, due to the unrepaired damage. I mean, if the tree stays on the east side of the house and the prior damage is on the west side, those are 2 separate things, and the second claim should be covered.
Okay. This person's asking, what if the wind blows yard equipment into the neighbor's house and causes damage? Who should pay for it? I'm guessing that could be like the rake that you left out, or you have your own story.
Yeah, question of the night by far, winner to that viewer. You know, that one perplexed me a little bit, but recently had folks over the house for July 4th. We had a canopy up, sort of one of the pop-up tents. Just to get some shade, and a gust of wind came and blew that tent quite a distance. It's kind of barreling through the yard, so I'd never really thought about that. But had we damaged someone else's car or someone else's house, their insurance policy would have paid for it, and then their insurance carrier would have pursued us if there were any legal ramifications for that. If they felt like we were liable, or it was my personal responsibility, I was the one that made the mistake, and they very well may have, but your homeowner's insurance carrier would pay that claim first.
Okay, and so you do have to file it on your insurance claim, and then they would go after the other person if they felt it was necessary.
That's my understanding, yes.
All right. Hey, last year a lot of people noticed that their homeowner's insurance was going up. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, just projecting into the future and looking at what's going on nationally and even in our region. Property insurance rates, and that's mostly what we're talking about with homeowners insurance, are on a steady incline across the country, anywhere from 10 to 20, even more in some states, % higher. So I feel like that North Carolinians will continue to see some pressure, and blame it on inflation, blame it on the severeness of storms that we've experienced, whatever that may be. But insurance companies are paying a lot of claims out. Most of those claims cost a lot more because the cost of materials cost a lot more. That's putting a lot of pressure on them financially, and we're having to see rates go up. And I think it's warranted to warn viewers that trend is going to continue most likely.
And there's 2 different things, right? Because we had a rate increase that was approved here in North Carolina, but then also because of all of the supplies being more expensive, it costs more to rebuild your house.
To fix your roof, to rebuild your house, to fix your kitchen floors in a water damage situation, all of those things are more expensive for sure.
I just recently had to talk to my insurance company because I don't think that I had looked at to see had we been keeping up with inflation. And there is inflation built into policies, but
Yes.
What we're hearing is that inflation that's built in is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was enough for a long, long time. My entire career, it was a 3% inflation guard, and it just sort of kept up with everything. Well, we've experienced much more inflationary pressures, both on the labor market, so what we pay folks to do work, and on the material market. I sometimes say sticks and bricks. Those things are just more expensive.
Okay. All right. So we're continuing to take your questions. We've got one more segment for you to get your question answered. That's 336-379-5775. Right now we're going to take a quick break, and I think we're going to toss it over to Tim Buckley, who's going to tell us what a beautiful day we have left in store. Tim?